Who is William Gardner? Well, to tell that story, we gotta go back in time. I was born in Great Falls, Montana, March 22nd, 1981. My parents actually met in Mesa, Arizona. For some reason, decided to go to Great Falls, Montana, and then they moved back. So I was an awkward-looking kid. I had bright red hair. It was long. I got made fun of every day. I actually failed kindergarten as a kid. I was called Willy Gardner the Kindergartner, not for 1 year, but 2 years. I was dyslexic, couldn't read well, struggled as a kid. But I had a turning moment in my life when I was very young. I actually went and got a job when I was 10 years old. My dad had bought me these fake generic Reebok shoes, and I decided to get a job and work for myself and actually buy the shoes I wanted. And it was a turning moment in my life, where for the first time, after being made fun of, picked on, treated horribly as a child, suddenly I had control over my life. You know that song, Money, Power, Respect? I felt that feeling. I made money, I had power to choose what I want, and people respected me. And ever since that moment, I've always worked and made money from that moment forward in my life. So from the age of 10, I always had a job. I started working selling newspapers door to door. There used to be this white van that would come pick me up, and we would go around and we would knock on doors. The van would drop us off on the corner. We'd walk up and down the street, and we literally would knock on doors selling newspaper subscriptions at the age of 12, 13, and 14 years old. By the time I'm 16, I'm working at Q-Lube. You know, the guy when you used to go to get your oil changed who sells you all that stuff you don't need? I was that guy, and I was the best at it. By the time I'm 18 years old, I've already been working for 8 years. I meet this guy who was coming from Bulgaria. He opened this plumbing company. He was expanding it nationally all over the United States. He takes me under his wing and he shows me business. He's opening offices in Detroit, Michigan, in Dallas, in Tampa, Florida. And I'm working for him, opening these offices. So by the time I'm 20, I have a 10-year career working for other people. And at this point, I'm making hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm the most successful person I know at this age by 20 years old. So you're probably thinking that this is where I ride off into the sunset and I become a millionaire. Nope, just the opposite happens. Instead, I lose everything. Now, I never knew anyone that made that much money at that age. My family didn't come from money, so no one around me could give me good advice. I made bad decisions. I was young, I partied, I wasted all my money and had nothing to show for in the end. I literally had nothing. One day I'm driving my car, I'm living in my car is my house. I crash my car, and now I've lost everything. All my possessions, all I have is the clothes I'm wearing, and I have to start from scratch. I have to literally ride the bus to work while I sleep on someone's couch. I had to save up money to buy a bicycle, the kind you ride with your feet in pedals, not the motorized ones. I had to save up money to buy an $800 car just so I could work a second job. Finally, I'm working 3 jobs one day. I'm working in a call center from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. I'm waiting tables from 5 to 9, and I'm delivering the newspaper between 2 and 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. I was working 3 jobs. This was the only way that I could come back. And finally, one day, I'm able to get a job where I'm in charge of business development. And I take a company from 5 million to 32 million. I go to the owner of this company and I say, hey, listen, I can take this to a $100 million company. The guy laughed at me and told me, come on, why are you so greedy? And all I said is, I just want to make $1 million if I make you 100 million. And he laughed at me. So I left there. The next company I go to, I take it from 2.4 to 7.2 million in sales. I'm not even 30 years old yet, and I've grown 2 companies in multi-million-dollar level. By the time I'm 32 years old, I'm trying to figure out what to do with my life, and then one day it clicks. I start a digital marketing company. I started with a laptop and a cell phone. I watched YouTube channels on how to build Google AdWords campaigns and built a significantly large digital marketing agency from a laptop and a cell phone, just watching YouTube channel videos. So after I start my digital marketing company, I build it up to about 20 clients. I'm making $1,500 per client. I'm making a good living. And I had a choice. Do I open an agency in San Diego and run it as a nice digital marketing agency in Southern California? Or do I travel the world? And honestly, everything in my gut told me, go travel the world. This is your chance. You got a digital marketing company. You're making money. Nobody knows where you're at in the world. Nobody cares as long as they're getting their results. So I bought a one-way ticket to London and started traveling all over Europe. On my way, flying into Dubai, because my goal was always to come to Dubai, I finally land in Sofia, Bulgaria. I meet a guy who tells me that his marketing company is shutting down next week, and if I can run campaigns for him, he has clients for me. I literally, within 3 months of being on the road and traveling, was making hundreds of thousands of dollars in digital marketing, literally overnight. So now that my agency is successful, I'm now making multi-million dollars a year in revenue. I saw an opportunity in Dubai. I moved to Dubai, opened up a company, and I start trying to get clients, and I realized right away that I've got to learn social media, Instagram, YouTube. So what do? I create a show. I created a show called The Window to Dubai. Why did I create the show? I created the show because people, as I got going in the market, I realized how diverse and unique the entrepreneurial ecosystem was here. I was dealing with people from all over the world. It's like an international hub. So I created the show The Window to Dubai so I could showcase that, because I just think for me, I wanted people to know how cool it was. You know, almost people back in the US, I just don't think they realized what a unique opportunity Dubai was. So now here I am. I'm 4 or 5 years into running my digital marketing agency. I started with a laptop and a cell phone in the United States, expanded into Europe, and now I'm in Dubai. I'm operating in 3 continents, and I did it all from a laptop and a cell phone while traveling the world.